much.
Hi everyone, welcome to Made and
Making. Today's guest is Bilal Chaglani, the CEO and founder of WhatSpace. So, how are you, Bilal?
Good. I'm good. How are you guys?
We are
great.
So, क्या चल रहा है
ये ऐसे एको में ही सब सवाल आएंगे क्या मुझे
नहीं।
दोनों साथ में?
So, आपके लाइफ में क्या चल रहा है?
मेरी लाइफ में तो गाड़ी चल रही है अभी तो
This car is depicting the journey of your life. And हम straight forward जा रहे हैं.
Yeah.
यहाँ पर नॉलेज मैं देने आया हूँ मैं होस्ट हूँ तुम होस्ट हो
Okay.
ये भाई लिटा नहीं करते
Oh shit, sorry. Sorry.
ये तो
सोच
हमको
रहा
पोस्ट करना ही पड़ेगा.
हाँ ये तो डालना ही पड़ेगा भाई।
पॉडकास्ट बैन कर देंगे.
तो तुम लोग ने मेड एंड मेकिंग क्यों नाम रखा?
क्योंकि it means कि जो लोग अभी they've made something and वो like
People like you.
yeah, people like you. You have already made something. You have made your company, WhatSpace, and वो अभी बनती भी जा रही है. It's not going to stop.
Right.
And वो और ऐसे बड़ी होते जा रही है. So that's made and making.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you going to get everyone who have built something on the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what is-
Someone अगर कोई famous है बहुत बड़े काम
नहीं
में है,
जो कुछ impact create कर रहा है
Yeah.
हमारे society में.
they've already created
what
an
impact
impact
have you
and
made
they've
and
not
what are you
stopped.
making?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our podcast they can also look up to people. अगर उनको कुछ खोलना है अपना खुद का startup, so
Yeah.
we can you can answer questions for them.
Yeah.
कि आपने आपका journey कैसा था?
Hmm.
So they'll be like, oh, even I want to do something like this.
Yeah.
Let's get started on the journey.
Yes.
So tell us a little about yourself.
Me, I'm from Pune and I have a background in engineering, a CS background. Not very proud or not, I don't show off really much on my degree because I really don't value it at all. And I don't know, I never learned much from my CS engineering degree more than what I learned from outside. Like more things,
From
YouTube or maybe from not from live but from online courses and other things, other resources
Okay.
more than that. So when we hire also in Botfree, I don't look at degrees at all. Maybe the experiences matter and see what dedication that person has to build. So that comes from the conversation that we have with them and experience. That's all. The experience will come from their profile, the biodata. So college doesn't matter. Like we have engineers who've done electrical and they are way better engineers in our this thing. Electrical engineering karke they're doing CS, like they're writing code. So but they're way better engineers than what actual CS background would also have. So the passion is what matters. That they are. So yeah. So yeah, I did a CS background. I have a CS background, and I started the company BotSpace with my co-founder Mayur, and we've been doing it since the last 9 years. And yeah, and running completely remote. So our team is all over India. Our product that we sell is basically a share. They are tools that can help businesses scale using WhatsApp and Instagram rather than selling on. If somebody wants to go online or wants to scale their business, instead of using a website or social media, they can always use our chat channels. We've given them tools to scale on WhatsApp and Instagram mainly.
So, you said that all of your employees work remotely. तो आप वो कैसे सब अलाइन रखते हो? How do you manage everything?
See, being remote, there is a way you have to manage. If you're not remote, you're working from office or you're working from remote. Only the way you manage is going to be different. And in remote, one thing that became very clear to us from day one is that आपको results track करना है. You don't want to track how many hours that employee is clocking in. It is more on what result or what impact it is giving to your current product, your current business, what impact that person is having on your business. So, for example, if we hire somebody in the product team, we give them full ownership that this is a feature that you should build for us. They start working on it independently without having any. So they are more they're independent, so they have responsibility of giving that product the best thought process behind it. So after 1.5 months, we have a product cycle of 1.5 months कि इसमें build करना है. we'll see what progress that person has done and have they been able to achieve the goals. And every week एक follow up calls होते हैं, multiple calls होते हैं, plus they have to report also. They have a written report कि what did you do today, what are you planning to do tomorrow, and so on, and what problems are you facing, so that we on the management level can help them and give them the resources that they need. So वो focus हम सिर्फ इस पे करते हैं, बाकी everyday catch-ups होते हैं. That's it. At the end of 1.5 months for a product person, we know how much impact have they given. And if it is bad, we give them a warning and we tell them it can be better in the next product cycle. So another 1.5 months go there. So at least in 3 months, you definitely have an understanding whether the employee is at what level. Like, are they mediocre? Are they like high, very good, very nice employees, or they're just not good at all? Okay. So that's how we realize. And Baki, we don't have to meet them in person. We just come on Google Meet, Slack. Communication is very important in remote. You have to initiate the communication. You have to make that person comfortable and okay with communicating online, not feeling shy, having to push them to talk more and let us know about things, so that there is no discrepancy or there is no problem at our end, and it is always clear that we will give you whatever it requires.
तो ऐसे it doesn't matter कि वो कितना work करेंगे, but it just matters कि like the work has to be done.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. The results that
The
matter.
results.
So Botspace का idea आया कैसे?
Botspace का idea. So Botspace का idea was not immediately didn't come to us and we started building it. It took us 2 pivots. Pivots are basically when a company decides to change what they've been doing. Either it is a very simple business change, you were doing it in this manner, now we'll sell it in this manner, or an entire product change also can happen. So the first, if you want, I can go through all the 3 pivots that we did in short. I'll keep it. Yeah. So the first one was where we were a B2C company back in 2016.
Okay.
We were trying to build like a chatbot for events. We basically a Book My Show on a Facebook Messenger app. Facebook Messenger is a chat application very similar to WhatsApp, but उसमें number नहीं होता था. It used to be an Facebook ID, and then the chat platform was called Facebook Messenger. It used to work very well at that time. Still, WhatsApp was on a higher level. Like WhatsApp did not have APIs. They were businesses could not use it, or you could not build chatbots and all in 2016. So Facebook Messenger came up with that idea, saying that all the applications are currently on mobile applications, but people do not install so many applications right now. Okay? There are only 5 apps that a person will use on their daily, everyday use. So they will install only those 5 apps. Not everyone is not downloading every single app that comes in the market. So chat applications are the 2 topmost applications that are used, and WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger were on number 1 and 2. So what they said that instead of having every company, like every restaurant or every grocery market having their own having their own mobile application, we will give them a platform where they can do on chat only. So basically you message a Reliance store or you message JioMart saying that I want these groceries, and they'll talk to you and they'll give you that store and they'll send it at home. So basically chat पे हो जाता है, rather than installing JioMart's application and doing that. So they were trying to change the UI, the user interface, and keep it to chat. Now we like this idea very much, and we were like, let's put Book My Show on this so that people can search for events. Every restaurant has events in a city, like Bangalore has so many events happening every day. So people can search what is happening in Indiranagar today or what rock music is happening, and we built chatbots for that. In 2016, chatbots were very cool, and it was something that was not very commonly seen. So we got a lot of eyeballs for it. We got a lot of shock. People were shocked. People were amazed. People were like, "यार ये क्या है?" And they should tell
कुछ अलग ही है.
कुछ अलग ही था. And that time, now ChatGPT पे तो you expect that answer, so you know कि okay, हाँ ठीक है, ChatGPT है. But back then it was insane. And we showed a lot of demos to many people. We showed to event companies. We showed to restaurants. And what happened? Yes, right. Okay. What happened was when we showed them, they liked it. Everyone loved it. But the problem was that we did not have funds to grow it because it was a B2C company. It was similar to like a Zomato or a Booking.com. You have to invest a lot in advertisement. Okay, so we did not have the budget for that. Indian investors were not investing in something like this because Book My Show and they all had very low margins. The ticketing industry the event industry had very low margins.
Yeah.
So the investments were difficult to get, and we had to bootstrap it. We did our best. We tied up with companies like Sunburn, which was the largest music festival. We built chatbots for them. We built that it was doing great. We got the audience. We had a stickiness to the platform. But again, scaling it was going to be very hard for us. So doing this after 1 year, we made some money, very little money, not a lot. But what we did is we decided to go B2B. We were like, chatbot so achhe hai, the use case is nice. Let's build a chatbot for every single restaurant that is there in the industry, in the market today, so that even they can engage their customers and they know कि उनके पास लोग आते हैं. So, for example, Zomato के through, अगर there are 10,000 people coming or they have opening, so they make them scan a barcode and make them message on their Facebook Messenger platform, and then they can remark it and they can send messages.
Yeah.
So that was the plan. And plus chatbot से events और वो सब daily updates ले सकते हैं. So we did that, and this is where we started getting money. I went to businesses, and I told them, okay, this is what I plan to build. Will you pay for this? And I would take early checks also. So एक साल का मैं पूरा check ले लेता था, and then we would put it there. Now there, we would build the product. Then we would start building the product. So we did this for a couple of companies. We started it. It worked very well, and then we scaled it. We built a product that people can, without talking to us, come sign up, pay for it, and start using it. And by the end of before COVID, 2019 end or 2020 starting, we had covered almost every single restaurant in India, at least the top ones. So coming to the point कि वहाँ पर हम लोगों ने बेचा, बनाया, and we made money. We scaled. We came to like 300 restaurants, and after that, COVID happened. Restaurants all shut down. Revenue became zero. ठीक है? But the plus point was that we had saturated the market. We had all the people who were ready to pay. We had almost all customers. We were not growing at that same level. We had around 200 or 300 customers back then, and India में बस इतना ही हो गया था. So we were constrained to geography. We were constrained to the industry, restaurants, and this thing. So we wanted to break those two barriers in the next pivot that we do. And COVID के time ऐसा हो गया कि revenue zero हो गया. We didn't know when it will start, and it almost took 1.5 years for restaurants to even just basically start without money. So वो एक scene हो गया. Now, after we came back, we saw these two problems, and we said now we'll come up with a better idea which will overcome these issues. And I knew somebody from WhatsApp India who was the WhatsApp India head, and I reached out to him. I told him, and they were like, they were starting similar things on WhatsApp also in 2020. So we were like, let's take this platform because WhatsApp is better than Facebook Messenger. Everyone always asked for WhatsApp, but it didn't have it, I think. So फिर what happened is WhatsApp का contact था. अभी दो चीजें हमको पता था कि ये दोनों चीजें नहीं करनी है कि we don't want to get stuck in one industry, because if it is bad, it takes 1-2 years to understand whether it has the paying capacity to grow or the scaling capacity also. So one, industry specific नहीं करना है. Second, we wanted to grow globally. So that's where WhatsApp came in. And then WhatsApp, we started building for WhatsApp. We started building a shared inbox, chatbots. वो भी customers पहले लेके आते थे हम, and then we would build the product. We would take advance money so that we know that people are ready to pay for this, and then build it. We did that same thing for them. And that's how BotSpace came. This was the third pivot that happened to us. Yeah.
In that lockdown phase, जब there was no income, कैसा चल रहा था? Like, what were you thinking?
We were, so initially we thought 2-3 महीने में ठीक हो जाएगा. Restaurants will come back, they'll start paying us this that, but it didn't work like that. We did not, like, we were not patient. Like, we could not just sit and relax at that time. So our heads were going around. We were talking to people. We were talking about WhatsApp. We were pushing that, and we were working from home. So calls हो रहे थे, सब हो रहा था. We pitched 2 clients back then for WhatsApp. So money came in there. Okay, something around 2-3 lakh rupees we made from the implementation contract. We took a proper contract software service type work because bootstrap company hai, so we didn't have funds in our this thing, limited tha. And what we did is we also we did a pre-seed round from Europe. It took 1 year, like 21 mid mein kuch to money came, but we did a pre-seed round from there so that if we know what product we are building, let's push it and let's do it faster this time. And WhatsApp was there, and we did some integrations with CRM tools. So वहाँ से हमको काफी revenue चालू होने लगा. It took time. Like the first year 2020 was a little tough, but 2021 we started picking up and getting that revenue small. Month on month recurring.
So what was the craziest risk जो आपने लिया BotSpace बनाते हो?
Craziest risk. Very initial days. I had after engineering, I had the opportunity to go to the US. I had applied for US and for masters, and I got into 3 colleges, 3 very good renowned colleges. And it was not BotSpace, but it was our first startup idea where we wanted to build something, and I wasn't sure whether we'll make money, we'll be able to do it or not. But I had one thing in mind, that if I go to the US, I will have to do a job and I won't be able to pursue what I really want to give it a try. So what I did is, I took a very big risk of leaving that opportunity and focusing entirely on this. So that was one of my biggest risks, which I see now. I'm very happy that I did that, and I didn't select that. But yeah, that was at that moment I wasn't sure. Like there was a lot of anxiety, there was a lot of questions whether am I doing it right, am I making a big mistake, and yeah. So I think that was my personal big risk that I took.
Which colleges did you apply to?
I applied I applied for 9 colleges. I got 3. I got into NU Boston. I got into Rutgers. I got into University of Illinois Chicago. Yeah, these 3 colleges.
And you just didn't go.
I did my visa. I did everything with UIC, and yeah, I didn't go 8 days before. So I was supposed to leave in 8 days. My college was about to start, and that is when I told my parents, I'm like, listen, I don't think I'm going here, and I think I should.
How did they react?
So initially they were a little shocked. They were like, but they were saying that I came up with the idea of going to the US and starting and pursuing my dreams there, and then I was the one who cancelled it also. So they were like, okay, that's your decision. If you must have thought something well, because they knew I really worked hard for this. Like I was never lazing around, or I was not chilling. I was always working at night also. So they knew that I was working hard, and they said that they were supportive of it. Mom was happy that America nahi ja raha hai, so she can be with me, and like she didn't want me to go there because the meetings reduce and it becomes very long distance. So that emotional attachment was there. She didn't show that, but later I knew she was happy, very happy that I didn't decide to go.
Did you always know somewhere that you'll start up something on your own, or you'll like do a particular job?
I did not know, honestly. Seedha, yes, sir? Okay, so I did not know what I'd do, but I wanted to do something that gives impact. I had the privilege to experiment, and it's a privilege because everyone does not get a chance to experiment for like 2-3 years. Everyone, like there are people who just have to start working and hustling and getting paid every month on month, stay on those salaries. And somebody who, if I went to the US, of course I would have had to repay my loans or whatever thing. So immediately that is also a privilege that I would have lost. So I had the privilege of doing that. I could explore, I could experiment for years without having to worry about expenses, and that privilege gave me the opportunity to build what I had. But I always wanted to do something of impact, maybe be it a job or be it something on my own. So I got the chance to impact here at WhatSpace because my ideas were coming to life. That's what I loved about doing my own thing. And if given an opportunity in any company where my thoughts could come like this to life, I would have not got scared to work in a company also under somebody.
What's your biggest regret as a founder? Like, do you have any regret?
Yeah, every day that when anything works, okay, when we are running experiments, maybe we are doing something in marketing, and all of a sudden it starts giving results. Then we are always like, why didn't we do this earlier? Why not earlier? Like anything, not only marketing but product also or industry also. So everything should have been done sooner, and I always blame myself. I'm like, shit, was I very lazy back then, or was I just pushing this away, but it could have given me results immediately. Why didn't I not do that? So there's always regret there, but at the end it is always good also because I experiment and then I convince myself, okay, I'm not that lazy, but okay, this worked out, I'm happy.
I think Pune's weather is better than Belgaum's.
No, Pune weather was very good. It was as good as Belgaum and Bangalore, or everyone had similar weathers. Just Bangalore had unpredictable rain, but right now Pune and Bangalore are losing the charm for the climate. Maybe it's because of the pollution, population, everything, and so much construction.
Traffic
There's
everywhere.
construction also happening everywhere. They're breaking down the trees. Like in Belgaum, there are so many trees, so the weather is always cooler because of trees. I don't see that trees like in the area I stay. It's an army area, so I have the luxury of the trees. But if you get out of that area, then it's very hot. It's very warm. It's sunny. There's pollution. The roads are broken. Not good.
In 20 years, Belgaum का भी same ही हालत होगा.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. If that
I hope nahi yaar.
Development is leading towards underdevelopment in India.
Yeah, it should be a well planned development country. Yeah.
Okay, I'll name some people now.
Okay.
And आपको उनमें से एक personality से कुछ लेना है या फिर from their company, you have to tell us.
One good thing that
Yeah, one good thing that. Okay, so Sundar Pichai.
Sundar Pichai. Google.
You want to take Google from him?
Of course, why not?
Okay, then.
But उसके personality में से what would you
Okay,
take?
personality. To be honest, I haven't heard or read about Sundar Pichai a lot. Yeah, I just know that he's a founder of Google. Though I know he's running it at a speed where transitions are happening.
Yeah.
So one of the big, I don't know if this attributes to Sundar Pichai or Google, but Google's maximum business comes from their search revenue. And when they implemented Gemini, and they are pushing Gemini on their search platforms, they are losing a lot of money from the link clicks that they used to get or the sponsored ad. So that daring is something that I would really like from Google or from Sundar Pichai, who was willing to sacrifice their current revenue, which is in billions of dollars, to get the future, like seeing the future and thinking that this will be the future of search or future of or their business also.
Yeah.
So that risk is something that I would like to take that appetite of risk from them.
Bill Gates.
Microsoft.
Just take
Everyone's company and then I'll merge it and I'll have a very big trillion dollar business. From Bill Gates, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what is cool about him. I know that he does charity for a fact, and he has some good investments in gene and CRISPR and a couple of other such futuristic technologies. Like even during the COVID, they had some technology where they could easily build vaccines or something along those lines.
Yeah. And he's done so much in India. I was watching a podcast with Nikhil Kamath and Bill Gates.
Yeah.
So he was like, even if we have money, it's not like we're not humble. And he was like saying, okay, we're just very down to earth.
I know, I saw that, but nothing that impressed me. I'm not really impressed by Bill Gates. And of course, they'll try to portray something good in PR, but honestly, I don't know him as an individual. So I wouldn't comment or want anything from him at this stage.
What about your co-founder, Mayur?
Yeah, from him?
Yeah,
what?
From him.
So Mayur and I are very opposite personalities. Opposite in things like we complement each other, like in work also. Like he's a really good designer. He has a very good eye for design, I would say, and that is something that I don't have, and I accept this, and that's how we worked. So any branding, anything for BotSpace was his decision. He would show it to me, and then that's it. I wouldn't question much because I know he knows his stuff very well. So even if you see our website, company's website, the design, the branding, the logo, the marketing, everything is done by him.
The logo is great.
The logo. Yeah. So he's really good at that.
So he designs everything.
He designs everything, and he's a product designer also.
Okay.
And that's how I know for a fact that our product is better designed than anyone else's because he's that good at designing products. Yeah.
How did you meet Mayur?
I met him, his younger brother, and one of my friends are really good friends. So he hosted a party at his house, and that's where I met him for the first time. And I knew that he was selling, he was building apps for the BlackBerry ecosystem, the marketplace.
Most of the MNCs used BlackBerry at that time.
Exactly. Yeah. And there were very less developers. Android and iOS had many app developers, but he was one of those that was listing. So he had this application where you put your camera, he made those VR applications. So you put your camera in a BlackBerry, open it out, and you can see real-time Google Maps. So I can see that there is JW Marriott right here. And then if I go straight, the maps will come in like VR. Like how that Pokemon thing was there.
Yeah, Pokemon.
So this was way before Pokemon, but he was building maps on VR.
Okay.
And he had these cool apps which he was selling for like $2, $5, $10. And people were paying a lot. And this is during his college days. So that's how I knew what he was doing, and that's where I started talking to him, and that's how we came up to our first project, and that's how we started working together also.
Do you think BotSpace would be the same, like without Mayur, same successful था आपको या What do you think?
I don't think Watchface would be there without Mayur. Like I wouldn't have the. So when I took decisions like
Mhm.
not going to US or starting the company out, it was also because of Mayur.
Okay.
So he was also the backbone of the company,
Okay.
and without him that wouldn't have been possible, or I wouldn't have taken the bet because you need somebody you can trust also.
Mhm.
So that trust factor always came to Mayur and equally from his side also, and that's how we know that we are there for the long term. We like initially when you meet a co-founder, you don't know that person might have other goals, other things, and they might leave you in the middle. So we knew about each other and we got acquainted so well that we knew that we will last longer.
Yeah.
That only.
When you told Mayur that you're not going to US, what
Yeah.
was his reaction?
Uh,
Was he happy or?
of course happy, and he knew it was going to happen.
Did he
Like,
insist you on staying?
no. So we were building something. He knew that I was applying for the US. We knew that we had 1 year time. We'll give it a try. And see, even he was sacrificing things at the same time. Like he had a job in Japan also, which he sacrificed and he didn't go to. And at the same time, we knew that we were building something of impact, and we had it in our mind if this goes somewhere or if shows impact, that's when we'll decide, to stay. And we were seeing that happen. Maybe not financially, we were not making so much money, but we got an offer from Percept again to buy the company, to buy BotSpace. The founder had offered us 49% stake. We didn't like the offer. We signed a letter of intent, but when the offer came in, we didn't like the money, we didn't like the value, and we thought if a person like him who owns 1,000 crore company, Percept is like 1,000 crore company, or was at that time, if he values us so much and if he likes what we are building, then we have a potential. So that was one of the boosters also that made me decide not to go to the US.
So, if your team had to describe you in 2 words, what would they be?
If I have to tell this for my team, so I'm gonna of course tell something good. But I think they see me as two things. One, as a motivator. Like even if I'm pressuring them to get things done, I'm doing it with the intent to motivate, and I hope they are. So I'm sure they look at me as someone who's a motivator, and somebody who's chaotic also at the same time, where there are so many ideas that are running through my mind, and I always take it up with them that we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do that. So they know that there's a lot of chaos in my head. So I'm sure they see me as a chaotic person who's also a motivator. So I think these two words would be that they would describe me with.
So, अभी आप लोग, what are you thinking? नए features आप क्या डालने वाले हो Watchface में?
So at this current stage that we have all the good features that this thing needs. What we are doing is we are working on building a better experience, onboarding. So all the features that we want or decided, we have a certain set of use cases. We have all of them right now. Now what we're doing is we are just giving a better experience to the customer. So for example, if somebody is coming from Shopify, this is the experience or the customer journey should be like this. So we are focusing on those onboarding journeys and beautifying it, making it more simpler to understand.
Okay. So आप next 20 years में BotSpace को किधर देखते हो? What change कैसे रहेगा BotSpace में? क्या change रहेगा?
20 years.
या 10 years?
10 years.
So I want to be a part. अभी recently, if you've seen ChatGPT, Gemini, ये लोग काफी AI revolution लेके आ रहे हैं. Now they are building the core line technology. I want to be able to build more application on top of it. So एक application layer होता है where we build use cases and ताकि वो real life में use case है. And with technologies like this, I see a lot of change happening. Like a lot of potential for applications. जैसे crypto और वो सब में इतने application दिखे नहीं जितना we can see in real life impacting today everyone in with this. So with BotSpace, I would I don't know if 20 years later messaging applications will be active or not, so I won't be talking that far ahead. But in the next 5 years, I want businesses to, like the companies that choose BotSpace, to be able to scale businesses just on WhatsApp and Instagram. उनके DM से, उनके social proof से, so that every individual, अगर आप देख रहे हो तो Gen Zs are also going towards, everyone wants to be an independent creator, independent inventor. So they should be able to use tools from BotSpace and scale their business to the next level.
BotSpace remote ही रहेगा या like
Do you
offices
think
बनाएंगे आप?
I have no plan to make offices till now, and we are scaling now. We are a 15 people team, and we still have no problem with remote. Everything is working perfectly fine, and we are able to achieve whatever we want to achieve in the remote and the team size that we currently are.
15 people team, right?
15 people.
तो
yes.
ये इंडिया से है या बाहर से है?
सब इंडिया से.
Okay.
Everyone's from a different city,
Mhm.
and yeah.
Okay.
आपका तो company it revolves around AI.
Left.
So do you think कि maybe in the future AI could completely replace employees?
Not replace, but I believe that it could really upskill us, and it could give us the power to do a lot more than what was expected today. So in our own company, for example, हम लोग क्या जो developers थे, they were basic developers who would code and get their work done. But today I've seen them upgrade to becoming more of product designers, because code ज़्यादातर तो ये कर लेता है AI, like you can get it to do. Of course, evaluation is important, and seeing if everything is correct and in place, that is also important. But it will assist you to do better. It will help you debug easier, which is one of the biggest challenging and time-consuming things for a developer.
Yeah.
So it helps you debug faster, write code faster, at least build that layouts faster. It saves you time there. So you invest your time in becoming a better product designer, see what grows, and then you can scale and you can do up top to the bottom everything.
Okay.
तो आपने जब start किया तो what was it like in the early days?
In the early days, it was only me and Mayur, and we used to ideate a lot. Most of it went in ideation, understanding what is happening in the industry, what are people building, what are people developing. If somebody is doing this, what are the use cases? There is a lot of networking and community building also that we have to do. So we used to go and speak, because everyone on YouTube won't tell you what's really behind the scenes. They'll always tell you what is good, what is the good plus points. But when you look inside, or when you talk to a founder one-on-one, that's when the reality comes in.
Yeah.
So I was in Bangalore for many years just to build that community, build the network, and speak to people and understand how the markets and everything are. So the early building days were all about that.
Have you ever fired someone?
Many people. So we hire and fire very fast. Nothing personal, but like I said, we have a 3-month probation period. We always evaluate whether the person, so either the person is not comfortable with the remote setup, many people are there that will misuse and see it, but it's always very evident. Nobody can easily fool you. In 3 months, if you track well and if you see the important pointers that impact employees' results or objectives, you will be able to understand better कि हाँ चलो ये काम नहीं कर रहा है, इसका ये हुआ नहीं है. And you know when you know what to expect. When we hire somebody, we don't know what to expect, but we are generalists. Okay, me and Mayur have been doing a lot of things. We wear many hats, and initially we hired also generalists कि भाई तुम लोग सब कर लेंगे. So in those times it was only about cultural values and trust and effort, and you see what all people are doing. Now we are trying to hire for specialists. So now if I'm hiring a salesperson, I exactly know कि यार ये targets है, ये achieve करना चाहिए. If we're not able to achieve these targets, one warning. If that also doesn't work, then we can just remove them.
Okay. आपने कभी अपने friend को fire किया है?
Not really.
Okay.
No. Never hired a friend, never fired a friend. Yeah.
But like
That's the wrong
if you've
side, yeah.
ever fired an employee, वैसे सबसे worst चीज क्या किया है?
Yes, ना?
हाँ, sure.
Worst चीज क्या किया है?
हाँ.
Okay, so like I said, remote में many people misuse the freedom because we are not monitoring day-to-day activities, we are not logging hours. So I had this guy who I hired. The first 3 months probation जो period होता है, उसमें से I think 2 months वो कभी काम ही नहीं किया, छुट्टी पे ही था.
Oh.
And he had, I don't know if it was a legit reason, but he had an issue with seizures, and he would never communicate things. He would never tell me ki, like seizure. So when it used to happen, we were very empathetic. We were like, okay, it's happened. You take your time, come back to us. So that used to go on for 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks also, I would never get an update. And in the end, he left the company saying that my parents have been put me into a rehabilitation, but that person didn't. We paid him full salary. We don't deduct salary for being absent. And since it's a very personal scenario, I still don't know whether he was lying or telling the truth. But there was a feeling later on that came in that maybe he was just lying altogether. Like that person, because of that person's nature and the communication that was coming through from him. So that was one scenario. Then second, there was one employee or developer who we hired. He would travel all day, do nothing. We were okay with traveling. I had told him, okay, if you want, travel all day. He was in Goa, he was in Bangalore, he was in Mumbai, he was in Delhi. Every week he's in a different city. Okay, but he was not working. The problem was that the results were not coming, and we loved it. I used to tell him, you should roam ahead, because if you have the remote opportunity, that's what we are inclined to,
Yeah.
roam and work from anywhere.
Working no.
But work should happen, not just be anywhere.
Yeah.
So that didn't happen with him. That also happened with us.
So he didn't work when he was roaming.
He had targets. Initially, we were a little lenient because he was one of the early developers that we hired. So we were trying to set him and figure him. We took 1 or 2 months there. After that, we gave him targets. You build this, you build this. At the end of the 1.5 month, he came to me and he's like, "Listen, I can't complete this. This is hard. This is that." And I was like, "Listen," he's like, "You keep me as an intern." And though there was a lot of potential in that guy, but it's just that he was not removing time and he was not able to give in that effort in the company. And when we hired him, we saw a lot of potential, and that's why we hired him. And
Right.
that came out very good.
आपके कोई plans है Shark Tank में जाने के?
No. So I don't have a product that is a Shark Tank product. Because Shark Tank, you need something that can catch eyeballs, and you need a good story, and that's what really sells, because it's a TV show, and you need good TRP. Plus, the investors that are there are not the investors that I'm looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, and because they are mostly B2C companies. We do have a lot of Shark Tank companies that are our clients.
Oh.
Yeah, so there is one who I think I'd shown you last time, that helps teenagers get a freelance job, Fun and Grow.
Yeah.
So they are one of our clients. And there was this Sharma Ji Ka Aata, that was a friend's mom's startup. So that was also in Pune. So they also use Shopify, and that's how they use it.
Shopify is your client.
Shopify is a platform that we list on. So
Okay.
Shopify is a platform where you can build your own e-commerce website, and when you build that own e-commerce website, we have an integration there for WhatsApp and Instagram, so you can integrate and install our application.
Okay.
That's how it works.
You have such big clients like JW Marriott and BMW.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that? Like in the starting, you had small users.
Yeah.
And now itne bade clients.
It's a good validation that the market needs it, and there are use cases, and yeah, it's a good value. It makes you feel stable also, in a way that you've actually built something of value, and it's just not a product that looks good and feels good, and it's just not a vitamin. Like in when you build a product, they always tell you should either build a painkiller or something that actually gives you a boost, not just a vitamin, because vitamins you eat, you don't know where the benefits are coming. It's just there. So it's actually solving, where we're growing, we help businesses with real problems, and we help them scale. So we're giving them money also. It's not just for show that they have a product. So,
जो आपका first client था, is he still with you? Is it still with you, the client?
the very first client in the pivot that we had, no. So there was Bombay Shirt Company is no more a client. They were a client initially, but then they had a management change. So the whole thing got changed. They were there for like 1.5, 2 years, a client, and then they changed. The second client is there with us. So they are still there.
Who was the second client?
There was a company called Printo. It's a Bangalore-based company. And this also I had closed during COVID. And they sell t-shirts, customized t-shirts and all at a scale. So they're still there with us.
You're also Meta business partner, right?
Yeah, we work with Meta as well.
Okay. Like, how does it work?
So Meta owns WhatsApp, and they need developers to build for them. They need people like us, companies who build products on top of their core platform. So WhatsApp is the core platform, and companies like us build tools so that we can build more use cases. So Meta can also build, but they will build for a generic and a bigger audience. We build for the niches, like shared inboxes only for people who want support, and broadcast and marketing is for people who want to do marketing.
So what did you want to be when you were a little boy? Like when you
How
were
little?
10 years old.
10 years old, so I wanted to be a Tonga rider. See?
What's a Tonga rider?
Tonga rider is this guy. So as a kid, when I was 9 or 10 years old, I had gone to Hyderabad, And Hyderabad, they used to have these taxis that used to run on horses, and the horse rider would ride it, and there would be a seat behind where you could sit. So I was really fancied. I loved that life that guy was living because he was able to ride a horse for a living. And at that age, because that's not a financial dream or any dream that was for money, it was just for the fun and the pleasure of riding a horse. So at that age, I wanted to be him.
So you wanted to be a horse rider?
Yeah, horse rider who could transport people up and down every single day. Of course, that's not true now, but at that age, definitely, because
Yeah, no one thinks about money.
At that age.
When my mother was shocked, she did make me sit down and say, this is not where we want to go with you. Yeah.
Okay. Do you read books or watch any?
I do. Podcast I love. Like that's my go-to time now. Books I do read a few, and like 4 or 5 in a year. That's like a target. Not a very much, but I do.
What books would you recommend to some of the young entrepreneurs that have just started up and they want something that they could use to guide themselves?
So more than books, I would recommend them podcasts. There are many podcasts that you can go through. There is one by 20 VC with Harry Stepping. There is one that they should definitely listen to. Then there is All In podcast, but that's more like science, politics, tech, everything, just to stay updated with the news. And there are many similar podcasts. Like you can watch Nikhil Kamath's podcast if you are somebody in India and wants to venture out in a new industry, because he will ask the right questions and you will get real feedback from entrepreneurs at this age. Books, on the other hand, I would also recommend. There is one book which I recently finished. It's called No Rules Rules, and this is by Netflix founder. Here he talks a lot about culture. So he talks about culture, how you inculcate a behavior in your employees that lead you to growth. And when times of change come and you need to change and make changes in your company, these employees should be well prepared for that. So you should definitely read that. It changes your mind on how you think about managing employees, on leadership roles, and so on. Most of the things, when I read the book, I knew that we were already doing it, but it put definitions and terms in it like that way.
So what's a quote that you live by that you really like?
There are two. There is one that I've already told you before. It is if you don't spend, you won't earn. Like you won't learn to earn.
More to earn.
You have to spend more to earn more. Exactly.
I've learned that one quote from you, that I have to spend, and I'm not earning anything right now, so I'm just spending and spending.
Now you're investing in yourself. When you become, when you expend, you learn about things, and then you start earning also because you want those things. So you should spend on things that will definitely boost your productivity. And when you go for new experiences, like for example, if you're traveling to a new country, you will experience a new scene, new things, anything new.
Yeah.
So that is a lifetime experience that you can always get.
That quote should be used in the correct context. Otherwise, like I'll just be spending on random things, and then my mother will be like, "What are you doing? You're spending too much." Then I'll just be like, "Oh no, Bilal Bhaiya has told me spend more and then earn more."
You just play the clip, podcast clip you play in front of her.
Yeah, but then
like,
it should be definitely. I'm telling her to experience everything and enjoy and spend while experiencing. But yeah, when she'll tell you that enough, and you still want to experience more, you'll automatically pick up the thing of learning more, like earning. You'll want to earn to experience even things that are better. So for example, if you go to France, now you want to go to Iceland the next day, next month or next year, you'll want to earn for that experience also, right? So that's how you can go for such experience. And my second quote is so there is a wabi sabi. This is a quote in Japanese, and it teaches you on how you should look at everything is not perfect. Okay, you should look at the imperfect and find perfection in that imperfect. So finding beauty in that imperfect thing. This is true for humans. This is true for objects. This is true when I'm hiring somebody, or this is true when I'm making friends also. Like you might like that imperfectness in somebody, and that is what you should relish.
It kind of resonates the another Japanese word, yin yang. So it's like the
good
white
and bad.
And black.
That is more morally. This is more accepting the imperfects.
Yeah.
What's one advice you would give to younger like entrepreneurs and people who want to start?
just do it. When you start doing it, that's when you actually learn. So if you keep thinking and you keep reading about it and learning about it, you won't learn a lot. You learn more when you are in that puddle, and when you really have to do things. So, like again, in my college, I did not experience so much that in that time how much I must have done in 1 year of my starting bot space.
Okay.
So yeah, because things make you want to have to do that. So when that push is there, it's always very nice.
So you have to just do it.
Just do it.
You tell me.
That's another mantra.
Be a Nike, the Nike's
Yeah,
ambassador.
Just do it. Third mantra, you can keep it.
Okay, so let's wrap this up with a quick rapid fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to quickly answer all of the questions.
Answer
Okay.
without thinking.
Yeah, without
Okay,
thinking.
done.
No social media or no Netflix forever.
No social media forever.
Lose a best client or a best team member.
Best client.
Early morning hustle or a late night grind.
Late night grind.
Would you rather choose a 10 times growth or a 10 times impact?
10 times impact.
One viral reel or one loyal customer?
One loyal customer.
Phone without WhatsApp or laptop without Chrome.
Phone without WhatsApp, laptop without
No
Chrome.
thinking.
I need to think what he's asking. So, laptop without phone, laptop without Chrome.
Okay.
I'm using a different browser, by the way. There's a browser called Arc, so I'm not. It's based on Chromium. I don't like Chrome. Yeah.
See you guys. Bye bye.